Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of People of Walmart, where we take a look at the wonderful and horrifying images taken at your local Walmart. That's right. I mean, you're all watching from everywhere, so it could have been anywhere. Honestly, a lot of these are from Florida, but I mean, that's kind of to be expected. And without further ado, doesn't really need much more introduction. Let's dive in. So this first picture, honestly, we're starting off with a picture that doesn't make me go, oh god, why? It's more of, that's kind of neat, because this car actually looks pretty cool, honestly. It looks like a Cars character if the movie was rated R, or this is Lightning McQueen's dad who just kind of neglected him as a kid and then went out for cigarettes and never came back, and that's why he had that horrible ego issue, was such an asshole throughout the entire first movie. I never saw the second or third. But just overall, honestly, if I'm being real here, this is a cool car. It really is. I mean, they've got the teeth going, they got the cigarette that is also a light sticking out of his mouth. I honestly think this is a pretty cool picture. Now, if this person isn't buying Captain Crunch, I'm very disappointed in them. I mean, look at this outfit they have, and you can see they have a basket with what looks to be one item in it. And it looks like a box of cereal. I'm really hoping that this is Captain Crunch. Now, you could just say that this is Halloween and he's just getting, or they are just getting dressed up to go to the store. But first of all, why would you get dressed up in your costume to go to the store near Halloween? I guess you just have an excuse to do it. I don't know. But overall, honestly, again, this is another photo where I can't completely make fun of this person because it's a badass getup. It really is. It better be Captain Crunch in that shopping cart, or I'm gonna be really pissed. So this next photo, some people might be triggered by, and I understand this is a terrible parent, but at the same time, it's also kind of funny, and there's probably a story behind it. So here's the picture, and it is a kid who is handcuffed to the shopping cart. Now, this may seem cruel and unusual, but remember, there are companies that sell leashes for children. I don't know what is worse. I feel like a leash would be more humiliating, whereas this is just more of, what did this kid do? I mean, I kind of feel bad for the kid, but you also go, what did this kid do to deserve to be handcuffed to the shopping cart? Because if he was just like, going to the store with his family and he was a well-behaved kid and didn't run off or get lost all the time, they probably wouldn't handcuff him with metal handcuffs, by the way. That looks super uncomfortable, to the shopping cart. So, I mean, don't handcuff your kids, obviously. I shouldn't have to say that, but I want to know the story behind this so bad. As a person who lives in a very hot weather state, I can really relate to this photo. Yeah, again, a lot of people in the comment section of this photo were like, why would somebody do this? I can't believe it. This is ridiculous. And I'm sitting over here in Arizona like, it's 113 next week. It's 113. And it would be interesting just to see if you could do it. I mean, worst case scenario, if you fail at cooking these cookies completely, at least your car now smells like fresh baked cookies. I don't see the downside here. I only see this as a positive. So hats off to this person for cooking cookies in their car. Or should I say baking? They're not really, it's not in an oven. Is this technically still baking if it's in a car? I'm going to say baking. Screw it. Because saying cooking cookies is just a mouthful. Now, I'm sure a lot of people would be really interested in a Walmart that had a drive-thru. And this person took it upon themselves to make one. Yeah, I don't quite understand how this ever happens in any store, but I see these photos all the time, and they are always incredibly interesting to see the aftermath of a car just busting through the doors of any store, whether it be GameStop, which I've seen a ton of for some reason, Walmart, again, that's another common one, or just any store that happens to have a giant glass window or door. And it's always absolutely crazy to me that it happened in the first place. Like, what was the driver thinking? What happened? How in the world do you accidentally drive into a store? And just seeing the destruction is always awesome. I don't want people to get hurt, but seeing a bunch of fruits and vegetables everywhere, classic. That's like from a movie. Now, I do not condone people taking pictures of other people in the bathroom. It's where you're supposed to be private. It's supposed to be a place where you can just, do your business and then go about your day. I get that. However, this isn't necessarily taking a picture of a person. You only see their foot. It's fine. But there's something next to them that does not belong. This person was apparently eating chicken wings while they were going to the bathroom. The person that took this photo said that they saw them reach down while they were going to the bathroom eating chicken wings. What are you doing? It's just like when you're fueling up your car, you don't leave your car running. You don't sit there and use fuel while putting more fuel in. You just don't do it. That's disgusting. Can you really not wait until you're done going to the bathroom to eat your chicken? They're from Walmart. They're not even good chicken wings. I did a whole video about how terrible their chicken wings are. Well, it wasn't specifically about just the chicken wings, but I digress. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now, a lot of people use the handicap carts that are not handicapped. We all know this. It's kind of a meme at this point. But I have to wonder, did somebody get kind of embarrassed when they ran away from this one? Because it's on fire. I don't quite know how one of these things even catches on fire. Maybe something short-circuited in there. But just seeing one of those handicap carts that people scoot around in flames, not even just a little bit of smoke coming from it, but actually on fire, is really funny to me for some reason. I really don't know why, just because of all the different implications as to what happened, how did this happen in the first place, and what was somebody's reaction that was using this the whole time throughout Walmart when it did happen. Did they get up and run and people went, did you really need to use that in the first place if you can run away from the thing on fire? I mean, if the person was really handicapped, wouldn't they at least be still near this thing? But it looks like they've just completely cleared the area. Now, whenever I've seen people on the road with motorcycles, they look horribly uncomfortable. I mean, they've got the ones that are like this. They got the ones that are really far. I mean, the ones that are kind of close, it looks better. But overall, I feel like it wouldn't be that comfortable riding around on that seat, on that bike. It just seems like over time it would become uncomfortable. And it looks like these bikers had the exact same problem in their mind about biking, and they agreed with me. It was too uncomfortable. So they took a lazy boy reclining chair and somehow grafted it to their bike. I can't imagine that this is street legal. There's no way. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's even safer than a motorcycle because you can put a seatbelt in. I don't know. I mean, you've got more, like if you get hit by a car, it's going to hit your chair instead of just you. So maybe this is the next evolution of motorcycles. Even though I'm kind of making fun of them because I'm like, this looks ridiculous. It looks like some weird hillbilly situation. I mean, it is Walmart. But at the same time, this does look comfortable, and they are probably more protected. I don't know about balancing, though. I think I'm overthinking this, but when I was a kid, I used to travel around the United States with my parents. It was so much fun. We had a motorhome at one point. We had a travel trailer at one point, and a lot of our summers were spent just on the open road, going to new states, visiting family, because my family's all across the country. But we never, ever got to travel in this kind of style. I mean, holy hell, look at this. This is absurd. So they've got what looks to be like a semi-cab as the thing that is pulling their massive trailer, and it's such a big semi-cab, they have a smart car on the back of it. Now, they must have some sort of ramp to get the smart car on and off this thing, but I mean, good lord, these people are prepared for anything and anywhere. I've seen people like tow Jeeps behind their motorhomes. I've seen them tow smart cars, but I've never seen them actually have the smart car on the back of whatever they're driving their trailer. I mean, this is the opposite of what you normally see on people of Walmart. Normally, like, this would be made of plywood, and it would be like a go-kart on the back, and the truck would be falling apart. But this is instead an insanely expensive setup, and just wow. So we just saw one sort of crazy concoction of things towing other things, big semi thing, towing a big trailer with a smart car in the back. And here's another type of tow train, if you will. Yeah, this is just... I don't even need to say anything about this photo. It just speaks for itself. They, for some reason, decided to get those little handy carts and put them all in a line and go right behind each other. They seem really close to each other. It feels like they're almost tied to each other, or they're just going at the same speed at the same time. You know, at least the choreography is perfect. They're not slamming in the back of each other. They look like they know what they're doing. This is how they do their weekly shopping. We're gonna end this People of Walmart with a wholesome photo. Honestly, I'm not gonna make fun of these people because I kind of hope I'm like this when I'm an old person. I mean, look at this. They got their wife on the cart and they're holding on like when you're a kid. And it's just, I don't know. I saw this photo. I thought it was really nice. And I thought it'd be a good way to end the episode. And honestly, this whole episode, normally we're seeing like horrifying people walking around with shirts just saying ridiculous stuff and horrible graphics on it. But the photos I found this week really weren't that bad. There were just some funny things, and now we're ending on a wholesome note, honestly. So I think we could all use a wholesome episode occasionally. We'll get back to the horrifying stuff next episode, but I thought it would be a good direction to go towards some more lighthearted things this time, instead of the oh god why things that we normally look at. Comment down below what your favorite photo was. Of course, if you got any more video suggestions, throw that in the Discord. The link is down below. Feel free to join. It is free. Come hang out with us. I'm in there quite regularly. Like the video if you guys liked it. Subscribe for more content. And as always, have a fantastic day. See you, everybody.